Here we go. What's the latest on Gaoteote? How'd I do, Kevin?
Okay.
We know who you're talking about.
Exactly.
Again, just EA works.
EA works. Yeah, if I haven't said a name for 3 weeks, it's out of my head. I don't remember how to say it. All I've seen is that he's enrolled at Ohio State, but haven't heard anything else in regards to being eligible to play this season, Kevin.
Basically, the understanding that I think many of us have been led to believe is while enrolled, he got into the portal before the waiver was put in place, and he's having to go through the old process. And, the NC2A is too busy trying to kick the NIL can down the road or whatnot, and hasn't probably gotten around to looking at something that it thought that it had done away with when it just granted the one-time transfer. So EA is in a little bit of limbo right now, but I doubt he comes out here without feeling supremely confident that it'll be taken care of. We did see some pictures on social media of him in the linebacker group hanging out with them. So, that's kind of where we're sitting at. I still have a EA to Ohio State story that is in mothballs right now that I've not been able to run. Probably won't be able to run it in its current iteration at this point, but we just wait.
I think mine was originally written in January.
You win.
Yeah, it's just the slow-moving hands of justice, I guess, at this point. I don't know. Who knows what the holdup is? They had him on social media with all the Ohio State linebackers and Al Washington at Top Golf the other day, so that seems to be a done deal. And I know one of the things we were going to talk about was another guy in some of those photos was Steele Chambers, the converted running back who Ohio State fans have clamored for, months and months and months. Move him to linebacker. He's never going to play at running back. And looks like they finally got their wish. But it is good that those two guys seem to be in the fold at the linebacker group at Ohio State.
Take it away, Steve. Steele Chambers officially the linebacker. Is he going to get some playing time in that rotation?
It's hard to say. When you move over there, I mean, you haven't trained there. It's rare in my experience to see guys, go from offense to defense and make much of a impression. He's going to make more there than he probably was going to make at running back. At running back, I mean, he's mired behind so many guys: Travion Henderson, Mayan Williams, Master Teague, Marcus Crowley, Evan Pryor. You could argue all five of them are ahead of Steele Chambers at running back, or at best he's fourth or fifth on that list. So you just don't know. I'm looking to see here. Steele Chambers, 6'1", 220. So he's got linebacker size and good speed, and still's got several years of eligibility remaining. So I am interested to see how he takes to playing defense. And again, another position where they need warm bodies. I mean, they just haven't recruited well at that position in recent years, notwithstanding C.J. Hicks and Gabe Powers, who are 2022 verbal commitments, who will be high school seniors this coming year. They're the two highest rated linebackers Ohio State signed in many, many years, maybe back to Jerome Baker and Raekwon McMillan. I don't even know. I'm not sure. But at any rate, good that they're getting some star power in there and putting a Band-Aid on the position in the meantime, in my opinion.
It's interesting that you bring up Jerome Baker, because he was also a linebacker and running back in high school, was I think all-state running back as well as an all-state linebacker. And Steele Chambers was an all-state linebacker and all-state athlete in Georgia. So it's not like he's unfamiliar to this. And this was something that had always been talked about from the time he committed, that he could end up at either spot. And he had offers from Alabama and places like that, big-time offers for his unique skill set. And so you look and you figure he's at best number 5 in the running back depth chart. And you look in the spring, and I believe there are 5 healthy scholarship linebackers total for 2 spots. And so just by the math, you would think there would be an easier path for playing time at linebacker. The good news is technically he still has 4 years of eligibility because he was a redshirt freshman last year, and we know they get a free year. So if he wants to use this year as a developmental year and then move forward from there, I don't know how much he's going to play this year because you've got the seniors, you've got how often are they even going to play 3 linebackers this year? I don't know if that's much of a plan. And so you've got 3-4 seniors now with Palaie now Gaoteote, assuming he's going to be leaving after this year. So 4 seniors you've got to wade through, and all in just 2 positions, and you've got other guys with more experience than you, like Tommy Eichenberg in there, and so he's got some guys ahead of him. But I don't think this is a 2021 move. This is a 2022, 23, 24 type of move, and it was just never going to happen at running back. Even though he averaged 7.9 yards for his career, they're just recruiting too well there, and when they settle for somebody, it ends up being Mayan Williams. So
Right, exactly. And part of the reason that Ohio State won out in the Steele Chambers sweepstakes was because Ohio State recruited him as a running back. Others saw him as a linebacker. Even at that point, I know I wasn't the only one. I said he's probably better suited for defense, but then again, what do I know? But at this point, it seems like that's where it's going to be. I agree with everything Steve and Tony said. He certainly was behind some dudes at running back, and it wasn't going to get any easier with Trevion Henderson and Evan Pryor. Dallin Hayden, who's committed now, it's just going to get deeper and deeper over there. Use this as a developmental year, as Tony said, get reacclimated with playing defense and see where the chips may fall at that point, especially once you get past the Gant, Pope, Mitchell grouping, and then at that point, you sit there and see if you can, compete with guys like Cody Simon, Mitchell Melton, that class, Tommy Eichenberg, before CJ Hicks and Gabe Powers and whoever the third linebacker in the class may be come in. And if they live up to billing, we could be talking about this in another 14 months and be like, well, now where are they going to put Steele Chambers? Because it's difficult when you're recruiting this well. It's if opportunity doesn't knock often, some guys that may knock once, some guys that may never knock. And, Steele's a great kid. I hope he gets his opportunity, but it seems like it's going to be on defense if it's going to happen. He's
just a unique athlete that modern day defenses need more of those types, but it's just a matter of can he handle it. I am looking forward to seeing him maybe on kickoff coverage this year and seeing what he can do running down on coverage to, stop fair catches.